In 2016, the cable network TNT needed a flagship show to lead its block of horror programming. So they tapped the director M. Night Shyamalan to reboot the classic HBO show Tales from the Crypt. Today, Movie Recap Pro dives into why this reboot never happened. Your eyes are in terrible shape, probably from watching too much Tales from the Crypt. When the project was still in motion, TNT's representatives secured the rights to use the original 1950s comics as the source material for the reboot. But while Tales from the Crypt originated as a comic book series, the Cryptkeeper character itself was an invention of the HBO show, which ran from 1989 to 1996. Ultimately, this meant that TNT could not use the Cryptkeeper in M. Night Shyamalan's reboot. This news notably broke out after TNT had already announced that the reboot was in motion, and understandably, it upset longtime viewers of HBO's classic horror anthology series. You really want to find your killer, Roger, and take a good look in the mirror, because it's about a year after the reboot was announced that the then president of TNT, Kevin Riley, revealed that they would no longer pursue the show. Almost a decade since then, there have been no real updates on the scrapped project. It's a pity because TNT had planned a 10-episode first season that not only featured the Cryptkeeper, but was also written as an anthology. In fact, prior to the cancellation, TNT even released trailers using clips from Shyamalan's films, hinting at what could have been the next big horror anthology show. Indeed, it was quite strange for the cable network to announce its big plans without first doing its due diligence in terms of content rights. This is especially true considering the circumstances of the previous and first attempt to reboot Tales from the Crypt. Ironically, this was also why the first reboot attempt failed. Despite original producer Gilbert Adler helming the 2011 reboot, it had no plans to actually include the Cryptkeeper or even have an anthology format. Due to those strange, then unexplained decisions, the first reboot attempt garnered little to no support from longtime viewers of the HBO show. In hindsight, however, Adler could have made those decisions precisely to avoid the rights issues that prevented TNT's reboot. To this day, no one has gotten around the rights restrictions to deliver a true reboot of HBO's Tales from the Crypt. Somewhat recently, a viral poster led audiences to believe that a reboot was slated for release in October 2024. In reality, however, there have been no official announcements that any type of reboot or revival is happening soon. On the other hand, the viral image did prove that viewers still want to see Tales from the Crypt revived for the 21st century. But what do you think? Would you watch a reboot or revival of HBO's Tales from the Crypt? Tell us your thoughts in the comments, and keep watching Movie Recap Pro.